Hey there! Today we're going to be talking about this pen, and this pen was sent to me by Alexander. I'm assuming I should pronounce it Alexander because he is Dutch. And he sent me this. He sent me a nice note, and he said, as token of my appreciation for your YouTube channel and to fill any possible gaps in the HEMA and $1 pen segment, I send you this Postbank pen. That's interesting. Postbank is a Dutch bank. You know, they often give you these pens when you open a new account or do something, and I think it's just quite funny. Their color is blue, and well, it's a blue pen. Let's cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I'll do a writing sample. Start with the very top of the pen. There's not really anything that's really interesting to see there. It's the same material as the whole cap. Then we have the clip. The clip has this nice sort of diamond-shaped object there. It's a decent clip, performs well. As you can see, it's nice and springy and smooth, and it feels like you could actually bend it. I'm pretty sure this is a Chinese-made pen, and it has a lot of the features I've seen in other Chinese pens. And you have a center band right there, which looks cool, and it says Postbank, the name of this bank. You have the barrel nicely tapered down till this end bit. And actually, I think the pen looks very decent. If you compare it to some other cheaper pens, the shape is nice, the size is nice, the finish is nice. It doesn't look too badly. You pop the cap off, has one of those white inner caps, which seems to still be in one piece, although it is not as tight as it fits. So you can just launch your cap like that. And you get a pretty decent looking two-tone nib, which has a little flower on there. And it says, of course, Iridium Point, Germany, suggesting that it might well be a Chinese pen. Then you have the section. The section is nice. It's not. I don't find this too slippery. It's pretty big, actually, which is quite cool. And you have the little ring there with the lip to keep the cap in place. Small step down from the barrel. And then Alexander was kind enough to put a little cartridge in there. I don't exactly know which ink it is. It looks a little bit like B.R.E, but I'm not entirely sure whether that's what it is. And that's pretty much it. So what can I tell you? What do I like about the pen? What do I not like about the pen? Well, I like the looks. For a pen that you probably got for free somewhere, it's not bad at all. And even if you have to pay a bit for it, it's still not bad at all, because you probably didn't pay hundreds of euros for this. Probably guilders, because it was back in the day, I think. Postbank has ceased to be in that form for quite a couple of years now. I mean, look at the blue. The blue is nice. Look at the finish. It has some nice color variation to it. I do like that. This is something you could stick in your shirt pocket and it would actually look cool. Things I don't like about it: the nib came extremely scratchy. It was so scratchy that it would dig into the paper and would tear out paper fibers. So I've done a second video in which I show you how I adjust the nib and make it right in a way that I find pleasant, and that's what it does now. It's never going to be the world's smoothest nib, but it's definitely better than it was, so that's cool. Anything else I don't like about it? Well, the cap is a little bit loose. Could be a little bit tighter as far as I'm concerned, but okay, then at least you can impress people. Whoops. At least you can impress people by putting your thumb behind the clip, launching it, and just making it fly. And then catching it, of course. If you can catch it in your mouth without breaking any teeth, then you score bonus points. Okay, so that's all quite cool. I think we need a couple of measurements just for fun. Okay, so the weight, it's not a light pen. It's a good 30 grams, almost 40 grams. That's not bad at all. Size, uncapped, it's 136 millimeters. As I said, it's not small. Uncapped, I have 124. Then the section diameter, it's pretty big actually. Just below this ring, I have 10 millimeters. Where it meets the pen barrel, it's 12 millimeters, which really is a fat section. And somewhere in the middle, it's a good 11. And that's all there's to it. So I think you need to see this pen in action. I'm going to do a writing sample next. I hope this was useful. Thank you, Alexander. It was a nice gift. And that's all. I hope this was useful. And I'll see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so writing with this Postbank pen. You might hear that the nib is just a tad scratchy. Yeah. It flows well. There's not really any issues with flow, but I'm not sure whether you can really see this. But the nib is fairly sharp. And what I mean by that is that it just gets paper residue on the tip. You see that? It's paper residue sticking out. It's sharp, it cuts into the paper, and that makes it scratchy. So I would have to make it a little bit smoother. Maybe adjust the ink flow a bit, although that seems to be okay, but I mean, I'm serious. If that's a pretty horrid sound, that's because it is. So these strokes seem to be okay. But once you start to stroke it like this, that sounded really wrong. I mean, once you start to make strokes like this, it gets weird and you see that the lines suffer. As to wetness, it seems to be on the dry side. I really wonder what ink this is. Is that Gerber Leader 2? I just don't know. Doesn't say anything on it, does there? No, no markings, no idea. So wetness is just not a very wet pen. So I would like to adjust flow a bit, but definitely have to smooth it out. Reverse writing. Oh, bloody hell. So much paper residue in there that it draws a much broader line now. Yeah, reverse writing is not for this pen. And line variation, you can squeeze some out, but it also gets very scratchy when you do that. But okay, so it's a cool looking pen. The nib needs a little bit of work, but that's okay. It's a nice pen to have. Thank you for sending it to me. I hope this review was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.